Hi guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Okay, so a couple of things. Subscribe, like this video, and share it. That'd be awesome. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things. I decided to try to connect with Gannon. Okay. I had someone tell me it was pronounced Stauch, and I had somebody tell me that it was pronounced Stoke. So I don't know, but this little boy Gannon, okay, from Colorado. So I decided to give it another try. And I will say, okay, so I don't know about all psychics, but the way things work for me, you know, I have my life outside of doing the videos. And when I have a lot of cases going on, it kind of like wipes me out. So, and then on top of it, when I'm trying to connect with spirit, for me, connecting with spirit takes a lot out of me. Some take it out of me quicker or what's the word? Stronglier. I don't know. Stronger than others. That's the word. So it's been a long couple of days. My sister-in-law's my sister-in-law's a leap year baby. Took her out for dinner last night. That was kind of a late night. My other sister-in-law and her husband are moving, so we have been trying to help take stuff to the storage bin and going over to help pack boxes and such. And it's just been like a nonstop whirlwind of things going on. And then not being at 100% on top of it, you know, as far as like just drained from doing these connections and such. And like I said, you know, when I get calls from detectives outside of just doing YouTube videos, it's a lot. Okay, so and then I actually got a comment from a fellow psychic who said she was working on the case. I actually did go and look at a couple of minutes of one of her videos, but I need to take some more time and look. And if you're watching this, I apologize. It's just, like I said, it's been a whirlwind. So, okay. So, I decided, okay, a couple of things happened, first of all. For the past 2 nights, I had this dream. You know, I don't only have, you know, the visions and such, but I have a lot of dreams. And I have dreams, different kinds of dreams. I have dreams where people end up passing away. I dream about it, they pass away. I've had dreams, for example, when I was in Las Vegas and then the Vegas shooting happened right after I came home. I had dreamt that. There's a video on my channel about it. It was rough. Anyway, so for 2 nights straight, I had a dream, and in the dream, I was able to get some specific things. But let me put that on hold. Okay, so I took notes because, you know, there's no way I can remember everything. And I know a lot of times I'm all over the place, but here's generally what happens. If I'm sitting here and I'm talking about a connection I've made, you know, or a dream that I've had, a lot of times spirit comes through. So a lot of times I'm scattered and all over the place, and I apologize. I mean, that's me, like it or love it. And I try really hard to stay on task, but you know, it is hard when I have spirits coming through and I'm trying to communicate what I've gotten to the camera. That's a tough thing too. You know, it's like opening up my brain and showing you inside of my brain. I mean, I constantly have things going on in my head. I'm constantly seeing visions. I'm constantly seeing things before they happen. Like, it's nonstop. It's busy up in here, y'all. It's busy up in there for sure. So anyway, so I apologize ahead of time if I'm scattered, okay? This has been a tough one, so I'm going to do the best I can to stick with it. And yes, oh my goodness, sue me. In my first video about Gannon at the beginning, I referred to T as his mom. I know she is a stepmom. I misspoke. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Okay, so anyway, so I was able to connect with Gannon. He came through. He was upset. Yeah, he was upset. Sad, maybe is a word. Disappointed. Yeah. Okay. He was extremely, wow. I have spirit coming through now as we speak. Anyway, he was extremely worried and concerned about his family. He's very worried about his family. He's very worried about people getting into trouble. And I'm guessing, people getting in trouble as far as what's happened to him. Okay, so I've got someone in my head. I went over each member of his family with them. I reassured him they were, everybody was okay. It was going to be okay. I did my best throughout communication to kind of tone him down and calm him down because he was really upset. So I went through and I talked about his dad and I talked about his mom and his sister and his brother. I talked about all these people, and he had a really interesting reaction when I brought up his stepmom. It was just immediately you could tell something was bothering him. He was upset. And I said, is everything okay? And he said, she doesn't like me. And of course, that just hurts my heart, And I said, that's probably not true. Yeah, no, I'm sure she likes you. Maybe she just gets upset sometimes. And he was like, no, she doesn't like me. I said, okay, why do you think it is that she doesn't like you? And he said, because I act up. That just broke my heart. He's a little boy, for crying out loud. What 11-year-old little boy doesn't, quote, act up? What 11-year-old boy doesn't, quote, act out? You know what I mean? Yeah, it just killed me. It was really hard, but I tried to hold it together because, especially when you're dealing with kids and communication, they are much easier to react. So he would have been so much easier to react to my demeanor, if I would have gotten upset or pissed off, because of his stepmom, it would have affected him. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Kids are it doesn't matter how old a child is, and even in the spirit communication, even in contacting and connecting with someone, they're very open and very honest. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I had to kind of tone it down and just make sure I was staying really even-keeled and even-headed. Yeah, he was shaken, though, talking about his stepmom. You could tell it bothered him. I asked him if he knew where he was, and he said no. He didn't know. And that was upsetting to him. I feel he's kind of in limbo. You know what I mean? That's got to be scary. Hello. I asked if he would talk to me about who hurt him. And immediately, he began, violently shaking his head no. No. You just see, everything change in him. It became he was clearly upset and clearly scared, I tried to calm him down, and I said, nothing that's happened is your fault. You did nothing wrong, but it was hard to reassure him. He really is genuinely scared and sad and just freaking out. Think about being 11 years old, and being in that position, Okay, so let me let me stop with this. I want to go over my dream, and I had to like write it down because I didn't want to forget anything. And I try to do this, you know, whenever I have a dream, I try to wake up and write down everything. So, okay. So, first of all, I saw in my dream, it started with seeing this woman who I'm pretty confident is his stepmom, T, and this middle-aged man, which I'm going to go into him a little bit later. I saw like a so before I was getting rock and then red, and I thought, you know, God, that has to be the area. You know, I was really confident in that. My husband ended up finding this particular area. So someone had said in the comments section that the day before he went missing, his stepmom had taken him hiking or something. So that got me thinking, maybe what I'm seeing isn't the area where he is. Maybe I was seeing like he went hiking the day before with his stepmom and fell. You know what I mean? So I'm not real comfortable with the red rock thing at this point. I'm going to put that on the back burner. Yeah. Okay, so I dreamt of like, it was like green, like rolling hills. I don't know how else to explain it other than it was just like a beautiful area. But there were a lot of like rolling hills. Like, it was definitely like choppy and, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I would see his stepmom and this man, and then I would see Gannon. And he looked so sad, and so afraid. It was kind of like, I guess the word would be eerie. It was like seeing him was like very eerie. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, I wrote down specifics about this man. So, it looked to be late 40s, early 50s. He was starting to go bald on top of his head. So it was almost like back here, there was like a fairly large bald spot, you know? Yeah. Okay, his hair was dark brown. It was fairly dark, but there was a lot of like, it almost looked like he went to the salon and had highlights put in, because he had like highlights of gray in his hair, like a middle-aged man would have, you know. He was 5'10", maybe 6 foot. He wasn't like skinny, but he wasn't fat. He was kind of just like in between. He had like a small belly. Yeah, he had on like blue jeans with like a tan colored long sleeve button down shirt tucked in. And then at one point later in the dream, I saw him with like a thick jean jacket on, almost like it was like a winter coat, but it was a jean jacket. Yeah, it was like bulky, you know, like a winter coat's bulky, not like a jean jacket like girls wear that's really thin. This was like a bulky coat. The other thing is, at the beginning of the dream, everything was green and plushy, and you see the hillsides, and there's like a lake there, and it was so calm and so peaceful. And then towards the end of the dream, there was snow on the ground. And I don't know why it transitioned like that, unless that's some kind of symbol. Possibly, maybe it wasn't snowing, and then he was there, and then it snowed after that or something. I don't know exactly what the snow means. Yeah, I don't know what the snow means. Okay, but one thing that I don't know how, but I'm telling you during the stream, it's like I'm watching a movie, you know, this dream. It's like I'm going through a movie, and I get towards the end, and I see the guy again, and this time he has like the bulky jean jacket coat on, right? I see him, and there's snow on the ground, and I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I got the words, the police know what happened. The police know what happened. So, you know, that was both times that I had the dream. I got that. So I really do think I think that's right on the money. I think the police do know what happened. I think they're probably just trying to gather evidence, maybe trying to put, you know, cross a couple T's and dot a couple I's, but I swear, cross a couple T's, like T, yeah, see? It was a lame try at being funny and humorous in such a sad case. But I really do think they know. They're just not saying it, but they know what the heck happened. Okay. I asked, God, this tore me up. I asked him, I said, can you please talk to me about what happened? And he just put his poor little head down, and tears just welled up in his eyes, and he just started crying. He's extremely concerned about his family. He doesn't want anyone to get hurt. He doesn't want anyone to be in trouble. I mean, he just really came off as just such a good boy. Okay, so there's a few things. So anyway, okay, so at that point, I was having a hard time holding it together because he was so visibly shaken. And I just decided at that point I needed to end it. I just needed to end it because I didn't want to make his pain worse by him seeing me break down, you know. He's just a little guy, you know, and I don't know. Okay. I don't know if there's something there developmentally, if Gannon was possibly a little behind, like maybe it's just a little immature, you know, or possibly maybe there's something medically there. To where, because to me, he didn't come off like a typical little 11-year-old boy. He came off much younger. He was just so much more innocent, and he just didn't come off like he was 11 years old. And I don't mean this to cause any offense to anyone, to his family, to his friends, to his teachers, to his parents. I don't want this to... So I don't know if maybe if there's something developmentally wrong with him, you know, or if maybe he's just a late bloomer, you know, and he's just a little bit more immature than most 11-year-old little guys, you know. But he came off so much younger, and he was just so sweet and so innocent. I don't know the other word, but innocent. Just had such a sweet heart. Like, I mean, look at what's going on with him, and all he's worried about is his family, and he doesn't want anybody to get in trouble. Yeah, he's. So I don't know if it's a developmental thing. Maybe he's delayed because of maybe he's on the spectrum, or maybe he's just has a few learning disabilities or something that cause him to appear a lot younger than what he is. But yeah, but he just has such a good heart. Is just a genuinely, he was so upset when he was talking about his stepmom T and the fact that she doesn't like him. You could tell, you could see that hurt him, you know, that hurt him. Like, he sincerely was hurt, you know, and he wouldn't discuss what happened to him. Nope. He would just put his head down. That last time when he put his head down and his poor little lip, he was shaking and just tears welled up. Yeah, he just... Yeah, you know... Okay, so in my dreams, I saw the man with the stepmom. And I feel like this man is really familiar with the whole family. I feel like he definitely knows his family pretty well. So I don't know if that means he's related to the stepmom or friends with the stepmom or related to somebody else. I don't know. but I do think he's involved somehow. I'm not getting like a level of involvement. I don't know to what extent he's involved. But he's definitely involved somehow. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe his biological mom and dad could start thinking, you know, middle-aged people that they know, you know, that are either related or friends, or I don't know, because he might be the key. I don't know. And, you know, I said a few things in my last video about, you know, feeling that Gannon's biological mom had some of her own demons, and that maybe she wasn't 100% there as a mom at that point. And, you know, I don't mean any disrespect by that. I'm simply, you know, I'm not going to come on here and lie to you and say, oh, you know, she's this and she's that. I'm going to give you what I was getting, and that's what I was getting. You know, I was getting that there are issues there, and that doesn't mean that she's not hurting like crazy. You know what I mean? So I hope and pray that both she and Gannon's biological dad, I hope and pray that they get some closure soon. If there is a such thing as getting closure when your child's been murdered. Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of families with this type of situation, and like I said, I don't know if there is any closure, you know. I pray that somehow they can find some kind of peace, and I hope that they find him soon, you know, and I hope that they get the monster or monsters in this case that are involved. I hope that they get them and lock them away forever. I mean, this little boy was just, it just breaks my heart. Like, how could you not fall in love with this little boy? How could you not? Just a little bit of interaction I had with him, how could you not fall in love with him? Like, how could you be so sick that you would want to end this child's life, that you would want to hurt this child, you know? That's one thing I have such a hard time understanding when it comes to these type of cases. I just don't understand it. There's another thing. I think that the stepmom T has a lot of other stuff going on too. I don't want to go into it here because I don't think she deserves any of my time or energy. But I think she's just up to no good. She's, even as we speak, there's a lot of lies, there's a lot of deceit, there's a lot of crap going on with her. So, yeah, I hope I hope they find him sooner, and I hope that they throw the book at the monsters that did this. All right, guys, that's about all I've got. I have, good Lord, I don't know, like 10 or 12 other videos I need to be getting done, on top of real normal day-to-day work stuff and life. And so, yeah, so thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel, and you guys take care. Bye.